Arriving at a Camping Trip is the second episode of Season 3 of Me and Mickey, and as always there will be spoilers as I discuss what happens in this and share some thoughts. And I watch these because I like to see how educational they are or how informative they can be. This one I didn't think was very good for two reasons. There was an opportunity to count backwards from 3, but other than that, not a lot of opportunities for learning. I thought at the beginning it was going to be really beneficial, but it just ended up being not very good for, as I said, a few reasons. They're driving, Minnie and Mickey are driving, and they say that if we don't stop, as long as we don't stop at loads of locations, we'll be there more quickly. And I thought, okay, that's a great lesson for children, because children might want to stop at all of the sites on the way there, but if they don't, they'll get to the location much more quickly. That's a really good lesson. But they then stop off and get stuff, and it just kind of ruined the message, because they very quickly said, well, actually, we'll stop off. And then they pick up Donald, which was a bit bizarre. We don't really see Donald. We see him asleep next to Pluto. And then they arrive at the campsite and they set things up and they call for Donald. And I thought, oh, great, Donald's going to be in this. That's really exciting. And then we just see like an image on screen of Donald riding I don't know what it is, a 4-wheel thing. And he's apparently gone off to get firewood. And I just kind of thought, what was the point in that? It just felt really unnecessary and very poorly thought out. And just the image of Donald on screen, it just looked really ridiculous. So I just don't think this one is very well executed at all. It's not very educational. It doesn't really provide children or any viewers with an insight in what traveling to camp might be like. As I said, it started off strong by saying, if we don't stop all of the time, we'll get to our destination more quickly. And then immediately they stop somewhere. So it completely ruined what would otherwise have been really the only beneficial message in this. We do get to see a hidden Mickey in some blue flowers, and then there's a butterfly that kind of looks like Minnie's bow. It was a sweet moment. It wasn't necessary, but maybe it could encourage children to look for shapes in flowers and getting them more involved with nature. I could see that potentially being quite beneficial, but other than that, I think this one was a little bit pointless. And also, the whole Donald thing was just, honestly, kind of ridiculous. I don't know if Donald's going to be in any of them going forward, or if it will again just be a case of, oh, Donald's not on camera, he's off somewhere, here's a random still image of him. It's kind of pointless, but maybe going forward it will serve a purpose. But for now, I can say that Arriving at a Camping Trip isn't a particularly good episode of Me and Mickey, but let's hope the next one's a bit better.